This is a what's going on in this connection by request. However, it is a general reading as well. So it could also apply to your situation if you're coming or you were drawn to this, I guess, or you're coming across this and clicked on it. It could also be your reading. So to know that, let me describe the situation. Okay. So here this is a conflict situation. I should have prefaced that. So it's what's going on in this connection conflict situation. So let me describe the conflict first to start off with, and then I'm going to get into person A's energy and person B's energy and some of the foundation factors, and then the best route to go for the connection, but also the best route to go for each person. Excuse me. All right, so let's start off with what's going on. So the first card that I pulled and the driver of this connection is this. The Six of Swords can mean a lot of things, but in this particular deck, it can mean a rite of passage that has to happen or is feeling very compelled to happen. So a lot of times you get this is the feeling kind of like a teenager or person in their early 20s trying to go out on their own and get their autonomy and make their way in the world. Sorry, that's kind of the time frame of rites of passage. So the conflict is about a wanting of a freedom. It's about autonomy, really. So it's not necessarily that one person is really over controlling. There's no card energies for that, but definitely a struggle, like a parent with a teenager type of a struggle, where the parent's doing everything they can to have the teen or young adult make good choices, but the young adults working against them basically because they just want freedom to make bad choices, if that makes sense. But I'm not necessarily saying that is the situation, but that's the energy, okay? So there is definitely some kind of struggle for autonomy at the core of the connection. This is felt strongly. I don't know if a fight just recently happened. If a fight just happened, this is what the fight was about. There is a security factor here, and that's why I kind of leaned towards young adult parent relationship, because when you're a young adult and you want to go your own way and you're kind of feeling rebellious against your parents because you want that autonomy, but your parents literally hold the purse strings. It's like, well, I'm paying for your college, how dare you? So there is some kind of that energy here. If it's a parent-child connection, then it would definitely be the child wanting autonomy and the parent holding the purse strings, or financial control, and the child is still struggling to go their own way and make their own decisions, whether they are bad decisions or good decisions, whatever, their own decisions. If it's an intimate connection, there is definitely security in the relationships, financial security in the relationship, but somebody wants to break free of the relationship, but they stay because they're financially secure, if that makes sense. But there's a at the core of the conflict is a very serious drive and need for freedom and autonomy. So at the foundation of this, there could be a possibility, one interpretation of this is there could be a possibility where there was some kind of opportunity that recently presented itself, that is making somebody in the connection want freedom a whole lot more. Yes, that could be in the form of another person, but let's just say, for example, it could be a job opportunity in another city. This is a very specific example, but this may apply to somebody. So let's say that you're in a connection with somebody and you guys share, financially help each other in some kind of way, and somebody gets a job opportunity in a different country or a different state, kind of far away. and one person really wants to go. That kind of is a possibility. Some kind of opportunity, or either daydreaming about other possibilities or other scenarios. Like, oh, if I didn't have to live with you because you helped me pay all of my bills, I could be free and camping in the Himalayas. I don't know. It could be daydreaming of some kind of other possibility. There's a struggle here because the conflict's very rooted in a wanting to be free versus security. And it's not just, it could be financial security, but it could be a lot more than financial security. Like, sometimes security and safety it's a need that we all have, but it's also a very strong rooted feeling in us, a very strong rooted comfort zone, per se. And that comfort and security is actually suffocating somebody, where they really just want to be set free. Okay. So you've got this, wanting to have the ultimate happiness and ultimate freedom, with a rite of passage, wanting to move away. This could be literally moving to a different place. That's why I said this person could have gotten a job in another state or another country, or just wanting to move away, move out of the house, move out of the situation, wanting to just pack their bags and leave. But what is driving this want, like I said, it's actually the need for autonomy that needs to be addressed here. All right, so what is the best possible scenario in this situation? First of all, there is an immediacy. So, like I said, this may have been a very, very recent fight. There's an immediacy to the solution. Both people need to back up. Both people need to go to their little timeout breather rooms. There may be some words exchanged right now that wouldn't be a good idea to exchange. You just need this. This means rest, healing. And this comes up, I think, like 3 different times with each person's energy. And it came up in the combination of what both people need to do. So that's why I said both people need to take a break, take a breather. Don't hold your tongue. Don't say anything in haste that you might regret saying. There is some agitation in this connection right now. There's some restlessness, some boredom on somebody's part. Possibly fueled by a new opportunity on somebody's part, but there's no breakup cards here, okay, necessarily. Well, one card actually could be interpreted that way, but okay, well, I'll talk about that when I get to it. So take a break. Don't say anything that you're going to regret later. Don't speak in haste. Just realize that the core is this need for autonomy. Somebody's feeling a little suffocated. Just it's not you, though. One person, well, I say you as the person that's suffocating. One person in the relationship is suffocating the other person in the relationship, but it's not an over controlling narcissistic energy that's doing it. So sometimes when people say it's not you, it's me, this is that situation. It's not you, it's me, or it's not them, it's you. What I don't know which energy you are, but there's something inside the person that is suffocating, that is wanting this freedom, that they have a need that's not being addressed. It's not necessarily your fault if you're that person, or if you're the person that's feeling suffocated, it's something that's in you. Like it's not the other person's fault that you're feeling this way. They're just trying to be there for you and take care of you. So there's something that's in the person that's suffocating that they need to wrestle with. All right, so let's look at the energies. Okay, so I'm just going to call it person A and person B, okay? So one person has a very peaceful, calm energy and the other person does not. So, and that's why I say, I kind of get the impression that this is the person that feels suffocated and this is the person that, you know, they're trying to run from. And I'll read it like that. But if it's the other way around, okay, if this just isn't necessarily an energy, well, okay, well, I'll try to read it both ways. Okay, so in the conflict, there's somebody that wants to get away from the other person, okay? It's because they're feeling suffocated, they're wanting autonomy, they're wanting to be free. Person A has a lot of light energy to them, okay? There is some kind of healing and rest that needs to happen. This connection is causing a lot of strain. You have some indecision about what to do. Okay, so let's say, for example, that this is the energy of the person that is suffocating the person that wants to run away. In this situation, okay, either way, well, let me read it one way and then I'll read it the other. Okay, so if that is the case, in this situation, the person is being indecisive about letting the other person go and having the freedom that they're craving, okay? If this is the person that is suffocating, then they're having indecision on whether or not to voice that. But this person is in a pretty fairly chill energy, okay? This person is not. This person is in a very ego kind of driven, they're in a power struggle. That's why I think this is the person that's feeling suffocated. They're in a power struggle. Okay, so you've got the root. You've got two chakra poles on top of the Five of Swords. You've got power and, you know, base survival instinct root energy. Okay, you've got the door to value reversed. So that's giving up on a financial opportunity. So this person feels so strongly, okay, that they would walk away from the financial opportunity. So let's say, for example, if this is a parent-child situation and, you know, the parent holds the purse strings and the child's like, no, you know what? Piss off. I'd rather like not go to college than do what you say. You know, it's, you know, that you're holding financial control over me is the feeling. But this person is under, the reason I say they're ego heavy is they're under a lot of illusion right now at the moment, okay? And they are needing to see things more clearly in the way that things really are. So let's look at this situation like this is the person that's suffocating. If this is the person that's suffocating, that's why I say it's not you, it's them. There's something inside of them, you know, and if they're a teenager and you're a parent, this is what is inside of them is completely normal. It's just developmental. You know, their kids at a certain age have to seek freedom from their parents, and that freedom can even mean to make bad decisions. But if it's in a relationship, you know, this person is feeling suffocated or feeling trapped by the relationship, but it's something that's in them. They're suffering some kind of illusion. Maybe they're having the grass is greener on the other side type of thoughts. If this is, okay, so now let's reverse it. If this is the person that's suffocating, then if that is the case, then it is a little bit of a control situation. So the person that is suffocating needs to let up control. You know, sometimes holding on to trying to control another person is an illusion in itself. But you're doing this out of an anxiety. If this is the person, if this is the suffocator energy, then they're doing it out of a need. It's an anxiety, a need to hold on, a fear of abandonment, that kind of energy. So if you look at the best possible scenario, either way, if this is the person that is suffocating and they're holding on because of an anxiety or a fear of abandonment and a need for control, or if they are the person that is feeling suffocated, and they're essentially very depressed and feeling like they're crawling out of their skin, and they want freedom. Either way, the best route for this person, let's call them person B, is to let it go. Okay, let it go, let it go. That Frozen song. And they need rest and healing and rejuvenation. Obviously, this is some intense energy right here. Okay, so this isn't pleasant. This person B is not in a happy place. Okay, they need to let go of some of the things that are kind of like dragging them into. See this person who's drowning in illusion. They need to kind of let go what's weighting them down a little bit. They need to have a come to Jesus moment a bit. This can be an awakening to reality. That needs to happen a bit. Maybe they do need to go on their own. If they're the suffocated person, maybe that's what they need to do. They need to follow that through to its logical conclusion. What is that called in child development? I think it's called the law of natural consequence. Okay, so if it's a dating situation and this person just is feeling trapped, and they really see somebody else that they'd rather be dating, okay, fine, go date the person. See how that works out for you. Kind of there is some of that energy that they need to go ahead and, okay, fine, go, be free. There is a needing to let go of what's holding them down. And if they feel like it is you that is holding them down, that they need to temporarily let go of you. I'm not saying there is no breakup cards here. The only one, I did say this at the beginning. So this can be seen, this can be a walking away breakup type of a card. It can be interpreted as that because it's the Eight of Cups, so it means letting go, but it could also mean walking away. Okay, so if this person feels super controlled and they just have a different opportunity, maybe they need to go to that other state. Maybe they got the opportunity to go somewhere else in the country, they need to go. If this is the suffocating person, then they need to let go of control. On this side, this person, like I said, is a lot happier. The decision that they need to make is to follow their intuition. Okay, so their intuition is telling them what they need to be happy. Okay, so here's the happy. They need some healing, rest, rejuvenation. They need to get some distance from the other person. This person is in a happy energy. This person is not. So this person needs to get some distance from this person. Okay, and I'm not saying that means that you need to break up. Like I said, there aren't any breakup cards here. But sometimes you might need to take a break. Okay, so in what is the most immediate thing that both of you people need to do? Both of you guys need a timeout break right now. That's urgent. Okay, so you need to take a little break, and this is to protect your own energy. Okay, whatever, if you're the person that is suffocating and you're trying to control the other person, sometimes you have to let the law of natural consequence roll out like it wants to roll out. And I think they teach that in Codependency Anonymous, if that's a thing. It's like, sweep your own side of the street, I think is what it's called. But anyway, you got to let people make their own mistakes. You got to take a rest. If you are the person that's feeling suffocated, you need to follow your intuition here. If in the one situation where this could be interpreted, where this person is the suffocating person, that could be an issue with control. They're being controlling of you because of an anxiety, because of a fear of abandonment. And in that case, follow your intuition, because you may have to speak up about that. That's another interpretation of this card, which is the most immediate thing to do right now, is to speak your mind. It goes both ways. So one interpretation is, don't say something that you'll regret. Okay. But if this is the one situation that I just talked about, so if this is the person that is suffocating or controlling because of they're controlling, and you're in a fairly good energy, you're just feeling suffocated, then you do need to actually speak your mind on this. And you do need to take some boundaries and take some healing for yourself and take some space. Either way, I like the outcome for both people here, because for here, it's follow your intuition and do what you know will make you happy. Okay. For here, it's let go and seek healing. Seek some inner peace and healing. Okay. Because this is heavy energy. Hope this helped. Hope the connection gets a rejuvenation after some rest. And let me know if this is your reading and tell me what you think in the comments.